Can you hear me? Looks like our sound is not good. Let me just double check my sound. Mac microphone, Mac speakers, audio settings. Guys, that's what I always say. This is computer. We always learn and test. Hello, hello. Okay. No, it's low. All right. Jaren, okay. Let me try and switch on this computer here and check how the sound is coming out. Just bear with me, guys, 1 second. Yeah. So I'm just trying to check to make sure. Hubert, can you hear me? I just don't want to be talking and nobody's hearing me. Let me just double check again. This side. Okay. I want to spam. Boom, 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 boom. Just double checking. It's gonna be Q&A. So we get to join. So I'm just gonna open in the app. Close, close. Wow. Okay. Right. Okay. 1 second. Let me just double check something now. So I can't actually log into that one. I think I must have made a little mistake. Okay. Right, so you can hear me now, right? Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay. Right. Terrible. My bad. I think I just have to roll with it that way because this side is telling me that it's okay. Let me make sure I'm on the right link here. Invite, copy link. So it's going to be Q&A, guys. And if you have any questions, you can pop it into the chat and I'll run through it with you. But apart from that, I've got a few questions on my. So it's the same link. So why is it messing up? So. Right. So let's begin. Everything looks fine on my side. Right. Okay. That's this technical thing. Nobody knows. I always say I'm not a wizard when it comes to this, but I just have to find a way out of it. Right. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Pascal, and I started my online business in 2017. And ever since I started doing this thing, so I started posting things online, and people started reaching out for help. As you can see, a lot of people say, they just don't figure out, they're looking for ways to earn income online, and just like I am doing, but they don't seem to understand how it works. what to sell, those kind of questions. So this webinar is going to be specifically, if you have any question, jump out, feel free to ask me the question and I'll be happy to respond with my own experience. Like I said, I'm a student like you. So all I just do is I will share my experience with you and possibly you should be able to benefit from it. I don't tell you anything. All I give you is what I'm doing currently in my online business and see if that can help you. Right. Most of the time, the reason many of us start online businesses is mainly to support our family, or maybe you are in a job that you don't really like, or it's taking away most of your time. You don't spend time with your family, and you're looking for a way out. The truth is, there is a way out, but it's not as straightforward as it sounds. We all have to commit to the process if we're ever going to make any change. It's like sowing and reaping. We have to figure out a way to sow something for a future return. It's kind of different. That's why they say the different biggest challenge in on starting a business online is the mindset shift. And I totally agree. Right, so I'm going to dive in straight into the question. First of all, take time to read the disclaimer that is coming up on your screen now. If you're wondering how online businesses work, you have to take time to read this disclaimer. It's basically covers everybody. It makes sure that you are responsible for your actions in your business. Business entails risk. So if data or information I'm giving you today is basically active, it's something that is not recorded. Do you get what I mean? It's not like you're signed up to a course and they record something over like 6 months or 2 years ago, and they're still selling it to you today, which is outdated. What I'm giving to you is current. It's something that is literally happening today and moving forward. Right. First question. Question is from Joy. Right. Okay, Pascal, you got my attention with African mentality regarding online business. You see, I don't have that problem at all. It's just that I have got burned several times with online business, and now I'm skeptical about who is a genuine instructor to teach me. I am ready to try you guys out because you are from Nigeria like me. I can trust you, but if you, my countryman, choose to play me while, I leave you to God. I leave you for God's hand. Oh, okay. Having said that, Saturday training might not work for me because I work on Saturdays and Sundays, 16 hours each day. Wow. Is there any other day during the week that you do training? Look forward to hearing from you. Now, if this is I would say that she put a little bit, I'll read it again in case if you don't understand the pidgin English that she slashed into it. It's more like a Nigerian slang. So she's saying that she got burnt several times. And that's basically she has tried other businesses online. They promise heaven and earth and they under-deliver. As a result, she has lost a lot of money. Probably that's what she means by that. And now she's skeptical. So now anything that anybody tells her online business don't work, like she has seen me, Pascal, am I sure you're a genuine guy to help me? I don't trust you online things anymore, but I'm ready to try you because you're Nigerian like me. So she has seen some sort of relatability because I am Nigerian, so she can relate that we are genuine people. We don't like deceive people. Obviously, I know what you have been through to get here. I believe that you're somewhere in Europe. I'm not 100% sure, or Canada or United States. So she's saying basically, if I choose to play her, that means I don't want to dupe her. If I dupe her, God will eventually revenge for her. That's what she's saying. I'm just trying to interpret it. Haven't said that. So, okay. Saturday's training might not work for me because you work 16 hours each day. Is there any other day during the work week that you do training? Look forward to hearing from you. Now, I'm just going to go through the last. And now the problem is, okay, let's deal with the skeptical part of it. Now, I'm similar to you. It's not like I found this training that I'm using now and everything started being rosy. I tried, there's all these things that flash up online. I don't know if you see them the way I see. First of all, I came into the country and I started seeing online business. I started seeing people that say they make 30,000 in a single month, 100,000 in 1 hour. You know, those kind of ads that you see. So this was back in 2010, and I was seeing these things, and I said to myself, whoa, that's quite interesting. And how can I get that to work? So I signed up to a few, just like maybe you have, and I didn't get to see any results. Obviously, there was nobody behind the scene, just like you are seeing me now. I'm telling you, I do trainings every Saturday. There was nobody at all. It was basically you sign up to this course, they send you loads of videos to watch, PDFs to read, and they tell you this is what you need to do, just screenshots. And that's what they leave you with. And you are at home with your laptop, you just get overwhelmed. You don't even know where to start. There's no clear instructions of what to do. Now I think I can't remember, I can't tell you exact money right now, but I had that same problem. But there's this thing that I see that people that succeed do have. We don't get deterred by it, losing a couple of $100 or a couple of grand here and there. We will always come back and try more, try again. And that's success right there. So like I said, I went through a phase in my life. I was in the job that I didn't like, so I lost my first marriage, lost my self-esteem. I found myself in UK. I don't have any mother. I don't have any father. I don't have any brother, no sister, in fact, no relative. Like, if you count 3,000 miles, my closest relative was in Nigeria. So it was just me. There was no friend, nothing. I could say I have a couple of friends, but they were all living very far away. So I started thinking about my life, my strategy, what can I do from here? Obviously, at that point, the only thing on my head was just how to survive. So I kept the job that I had. So I had income coming in. But again, you start looking for your, probably, I don't know your age. I was probably 35 or 36 then. So I am not getting any younger. So I need to settle down and pressure is coming from home. You need to pay bills and support them in school, and you have your own self to sort out. So all these things were just going through my head. So I looked at my job. My job is giving me, I can take care of myself, but when it comes to anything extra, I'm naked. So I started thinking this thing is not going to be able to give me what I'm looking for. I have to literally look for a change, and I have to look for another alternative to earn income online. And obviously, that's where I started looking for ways. Then I found SFM in 2017. At that point, when I found them, I was working 14 hours or more every day. You do 16 hours, that's quite long. So I was doing this 7 days a week. So I had to ask myself a very simple question. Am I going to be able to continue doing this if I'm 60? What will I look like when I'm 60 doing this job? So these are like basic questions. That's what got me to start thinking of new ways and new strategies of changing my life, looking at alternative ways of doing things. So I obviously, from then on, when I found SFM, they called me on, it's not that they called me on the phone. The guy that I saw on the ad online talked to me, called me on the phone to like welcome me. And that was all I needed. Is there somebody behind this computer that can help me? So when I paid, it was more like, if I have any problem, the simple question I asked him was, is there any way I can reach you when I have a challenge? He said, yes, you can meet me here and here. We think we connected on Facebook, and he told me this is how he can schedule a time every week. I should go to his website and book a time slot to meet him anytime I want, then he'll be able to help me. I said, wow, that was all I needed. Somebody to mentor me. Now, to cut the long story short, that solved my skepticism. So if you're skeptical, that's normal. But how long could you keep holding yourself back? Now that you're seeing me, your only skepticism will disappear when you start walking down the road, when you start taking some actions yourself. Sitting down on this side, let's say this is the day you start, you're still on this side, and what you're looking for is here. Before you have to cross the barrier. It's kind of a barrier that holds people to commit to yourself that you're going to change. You're heading down this road. Because questions you should be asking is, how long could you keep doing this 16 hours work every day? That should be a filter for yourself. Now, products to sell you and things that you need to do online is already there. There's so many millions and millions of products to sell. But you have to understand some basic principles. When you're looking to start, you have to understand what exactly are you trying to solve in your life? What's the problem that you're looking to change? Because if you are literally looking to solve a fundamental problem, your problem now is probably going to be time, because there's no way you can sustain. It depends on if you love what you do, then I would say yes, you can hang in there. But if you don't like what you do for a living, you will need to change. So anything you're getting into, whether it's crypto, whether it's online business, whatever it is, should be able to give you time to do what you really love, because you don't want to trade your whole life working, because it's kind of means to an end. Every day you go to work, there's nothing wrong with working for people, but if you are, there are two questions I normally ask anybody. So what you should ask yourself is, what are you currently doing now to increase your income? You cannot work 24 hours. It's not reasonable. You have to understand, what do people that create more time do? They duplicate themselves. What do I mean by that? It sounds weird. If I write a blog now on selling products on Amazon, I'm not in Amazon selling it. It's a website doing that work for me. I could have 4 or 5 products selling on Amazon at the same time. I could have an affiliate marketing, promoting different products at the same time. My YouTube channel, if you go to my YouTube channel, I got links under my YouTube channel promoting books. All these things I am not there selling the whole thing. That's what you're looking to do. You're looking to do all this heavy lifting. So your sales are coming in. People go to your YouTube channel, they like you. That's if you decide to do YouTube. They like you, you tell them to click a link to buy a book that helped you. They click the link, they buy the book, you earn a commission from there as an affiliate if that's what you choose to do. If it's your own book, great. If it's somebody else's book that you're recommending, their services or product, all these things this is ways for you to duplicate yourself. This is the solution that you're looking for. Now, you have to be willing to commit to this process, because it's one thing to say, I'm interested, I am not scared, I want to do the work. It's another thing doing it. Because a lot of people get hung into where you don't want to find yourself is in a situation where you are a victim of yourself. You don't take action because you don't trust anything outside. At some point, you have to surrender that and understand that this life we all in, It's very short. God gives us, everybody has a purpose. There is something God wants you to do on earth. You have to be asking yourself, what is that? Until you figure that out. Anytime you figure that out, that's when your life starts to change. Things starts to get easier. That's what this training taught me. I was thinking of products to sell and all that. They were just like you, they were teaching me, calm down, first figure out what is really going to motivate you to keep going when everybody quits, when everybody is failing. So as a result, it's kind of a self-discovery. So I just figured out, I came to the conclusion one day when I was struggling. This is how I started this whole thing. When I first started, I didn't make money for about 4 months. So I was about to give up. When you say somebody's giving up, I'm just like you said. And I knelt down one morning and I was crying, God, why am I not making money? And I was seeing people making money. So it wasn't like I wasn't seeing people. In the training, I would join webinars and I would see people make money. I'm like, God, help me, help me. You know, you keep crying and you keep praying, you keep fasting. So during that period, I just made a clumsy statement. Say, God, if I ever make money out of this thing called online business, I'm going to help anybody. I don't want them to experience what I'm experiencing right now. So it's more like as soon as I said that thing, I just, you just keep hanging. I just hanged in there for a couple of weeks and I made my first sale. It was literally in the middle of the night. The person bought a product from the United States, I mean, United Kingdom. It was a game changer for me. I need you to understand. It was a breakthrough. One thing was, I did not call anybody on the phone to buy anything. I did not talk to anybody. And I got paid. I was sleeping in the middle of the night, and I woke up. I saw email. You made a sale. I can't remember. You made a sale, and that's your commission. I'm like, wow, this is real. So to you, now that's the point you want to get to prove to yourself that you're going to make this work. So for me, that was the breakthrough everybody is looking for. Can I really, really make money online? Now I did it. Then from there, I went on to like keep understanding the whole process, keep doing. Now the energy came. I started working like double because the excitement was so huge. And today, you people look at it as if it's not real. What you have to understand is, first of all, you have to. You said, "Will I help you, or is there any other day I can do the Saturday webinar?" The truth is, I picked Saturday solely for the reason that I expect a lot of families to be at home and a lot of parents to be at home, because my target was to help literally parents, because I understand when you have childcare, blah, 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 child maintenance, and you're working Monday to Friday, at least you should get Saturday off. And when I started doing this thing, I didn't know people would be in the United States. I'm reaching out to people in Canada, people in Australia, so you can't get the time right. So I literally picked 8 p.m. UK time. And I think I did a couple of 6 p.m. until we found the right balance where a lot of people can come and get value. So the only thing I can tell you is, we have a private group on Facebook, you can post your questions in and I'll answer your questions on the call. And I will record it and you can watch the replay. That's what I would say to you here. Well, telling you I'm going to give you one-on-one coaching, I could do that for you, but I do one-on-one with people who are much more dedicated. There's a difference. So, and I don't expect you to do one-on-one with me right out of the gate. It's something that you have to qualify for, because it's free. It's my time. I don't want to tell you, do this for the next 1 week, and you come back to me with excuses. I like people that take action. This is no longer about the money. This is about people that understand the importance of changing their life. So you will like to work with people that are committed as well. So, and I get a substantial result from people that I mentor. So I'm really grateful for God to put me in this position, because the value of you getting a call from family man or a woman telling you that they've made their first sale online or they made their first 1,000 online, it's life changing. So it's not literally about, I want people that are serious. And you can tell from the way I sound, I am a regimented person and I try to improve on everything I'm doing. So we have discussions every week. I want the best for you, but there's still a part for you to play. So if you play your own side, and with the training is here, the train is waiting for you. All you have to do is get involved and begin to walk the path. And we will work together. And one day, my name will be on your testimony. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. Right. I hope I got that clear. That took a long while to explain, but I just like to talk to make sure I get everything covered. So again, Nigerian thing is, you're my sister. Why would I not help you? I don't know if I'm gonna meet you in Nigeria one day and you buy me beer and we drink together. That's all this is all about. Right. Let's go to the next question. Right. This is from Alexandria. I don't really have time for online business. That is why I'm just kind of ignoring you, but I will get back to you shortly. Right. Now, this is a question I picked to answer because a lot of people don't understand it when they say they don't have time. Now, everybody has 24 hours. How come some people do everything they love, and how come some people are struggling? It's philosophy. And this comes from our parents. This one is not literally, I'm going to go to the right to the core on this one. This one comes from our parents. It's from training. And you have to listen to this part very seriously, because this is going to change, this is going to impact your life and your children. It's a training you got as a child that is causing you not to have time. It's not the economy, it's not the government, it's daddy and mommy told you to go to school, graduate, work for somebody, save for retirement, retire, and die. That is like they have created a path for you to go down. Now, that's good thing. We are Christians. They tell us obey your father and mother so that your days may be long on earth. I think they have to really change that line, because these days, I wouldn't say ignore your parents, but use your brain and think. If you've obeyed your parents, you went to school, you graduated, you're working, and you don't have time, but you're looking at creating more time in your life, but you don't have time, that means that the strategy or the philosophy you follow is not going to give you that time. You can't, everybody has 24 hours. It's how you use your own that is going to make the difference. Now, I'm not going to here to like beat around the bush, I'm going to go into it, how I made the shift, so that you can understand what is ahead of you. The earlier you begin to make the shift, the faster you get the results. Now, the principle here is, when you're looking to create more time in your life, you don't have time. I'm going to use myself as a yardstick so that you can relate. I came to Europe, UK, working 14 hours. You can tell Joy is working 16 hours. Probably you're in the same boat we are in. That's not a healthy way to live. You probably know that from your own intuition. It's every day. Could you keep doing this when you're 60? The answer is literally no. So that means you need to change. Now, changing is not that easy, but you can still delay, because they say delay is dangerous. You have to understand what is called a desire, because if you lack desire, you'll probably just have written your own will to go down that path and finish your life. Anybody can just write a book on you from today and tell exactly what the next 20 years is going to look like. I started waking up when I knew that this future, this school path is not going to give me what I want. The only option was to become an entrepreneur. Going back to school is not an option because that would make me to spend another 4 or 5 years and start applying for jobs. And you are an immigrant, and with all the racial thing that is going on, you probably know it's going to be take you at least 20 to 30 years to get to the top. So I am 60, I'm 30, now 35. Then if I add 20 to 30 years, so I'll be 50 or 60 before I get to the top, which is not guaranteed. No matter how, I just have to apply for jobs and go and keep beating myself on 9 to 5, train, all that to make that happen. You have to look at that path like this in your hands. Do you want to go down that route? If the answer is yes, then there's no point looking at other sources of income, because there's a book that I read, you have to focus on one thing only. So, but if you want to change now and you're on this path of employee, the other part is entrepreneur. So entrepreneur they usually say it takes about 5 years to 10 years for you to grow a business that can grow into millions. And I'm literally like, so 10 years, so if you're 30 or 35, so by the time you get to 45 or something, you should be seeing some spectacular results in your life. Now that was an option, but is it going to be easy? No, you have to work your butt out to get there. Nothing good is going to come easy. It's not a get rich quick scheme. Now, the difference is that with internet, you can literally explode. It's going to come down to your belief. So I started waking up 4 o'clock. So you have to understand, it comes with very simple strategies. Dedicate 2 hours every day to grow your online business. If you have more hours, fine, but dedicate 2 hours every day, because what you're looking for is to create more time in your life. So you can't just quit your job. You can't just leave. Commit 2 hours on a consistent basis. You will begin to see a spectacular result in your life. Now, that is the hardest. When they say online business is hard, I'm just giving you the nuts why it's hard. Go down your streets now, like I'm talking to you. Ask people these 2 questions. Anybody you see, what are you currently doing to increase your income? And how much do you want to worth when you're 65? You probably not get any response from anybody, because all the people that you see on the street, nobody has a goal of what they want to be like when they are 60. It's not crystal clear what they want to be when they are 65. And currently, that's why they are not doing anything to increase their income to worth that thing. So SFM teaches you something like personal development. This is how you begin to dream big. So I'm not gonna sit down. It's commitment. If you have to decide what you want to be in future. So when you go down your street and ask them these 2 questions, and you often realize that's why many people are struggling. Nobody has a goal. Now, what is a goal? A goal is simple, like, let's say you live in London and you want to get to Manchester. So you're not gonna drive. So you get a car, the car is ready with fuel and everything. So you've not gone to Manchester before, and I give you my postcode in Manchester. If you miss my postcode by 1 number, you will end up somewhere else. So you have to put that exact same postcode for the sat nav to take you to my address. That's how simple it is. So it's the same thing with business and income. If you set your mind, say, I am going to learn how to make 10,000 in a single month. Your brain is a reticular activating system. it will begin to tell you, as you keep focusing on that idea, how can I increase my income? How can I make 10,000? Just give it a particular number. Then you sign up to a training. With the coaching and everything that you're getting, your brain will begin to tell you, talk about this. So try this product and sell it online. Try this one and sell it online. With that strategy alone, all you have to do in that time is to trust yourself. That's why in the Bible says, know thyself. Because the source and the energy is coming from God with you thinking about how to get that goal. Gradually, just like a sat nav will tell you, go left, go right, go straight, turn right, turn left, turn right. That's how your brain will be telling you, sell this product, sell this one, touch this one, advertise this product, talk to people about this product online, try this strategy. You just, as you gather this experience, before you know it, you will arrive in your goal. That's how people build businesses online. I just gave you a simple strategy, but you have to commit 2 hours every day to make this happen. Online business, you can, I'm literally, after this webinar, I'm going to launch an ad targeting people in the UK on a specific strategy. I can even give you guys a demo of how I'm going to do it. Maybe let me see if I can, so you can know what I'm doing. It's not like I talk too much. Even though if I share this thing with you, you may not still know what it means. But I'm going to share it in case anybody wants to learn. So that this is what you're going to be learning. It's quite straightforward. So I am into, let's say, let me share my screen so that you get, Jaren is the one here, so I can give him some insights as to strategies. This is now strategy, all right? So let's say I'm looking to target people who are selling dentists, right? Okay. So we go to almighty Google. Oh, I think I got a wrong meeting ID. Anyway, we'll figure this out later. Made a mistake. We'll go to almighty Google and we say dentists. So I pick this dentist in Croydon. It's giving me Croydon. So I pick this URL here. Meanwhile, all these things I'm showing is free. So I can come here and tell Google, I want to sell products around dentistry. And so I put here, go here. I'll just give this thing a name. I'm not going to do this here, but I'll just give you an insight. So all I do is I put that URL here, right? And I hit enter. Okay, so it's giving me estimates here. So I click on this. So what Google is doing now is pulling up people that have typed in this, that are interested in dentists, anything regarding teeth. So it's giving me 50 million to 100 million people. Demographics, I can look at their age. So it's going to be giving me more people around 25 to 35 are geared towards looking at their teeth. And people, this kind of even out here. It's not really much. So younger people don't usually do that. And male, female, all just around the same subject time. So people, non-parents, people that are not parents, look at it much. So this is just data. I could just build an audience. Then I come to Google and find a product online and run an advert on it. And I build an audience out of it. You can do this with anything. This is just one thing I'm just sharing with you. So this is kind of what we learn. This is what I tell you. Everything I do is strategy. This is strategy based. You can learn this sort of stuff. I could do the same thing in, let's say, I look for people, let's say, do more generic one. What can we talk about? What can I think of right now? The real estate. So I go to real estate. So all I'm doing is looking at people that are looking at properties to buy. right? So I've got realestate.com.eu. So it's probably going to pull up people in Australia for me right now. So real estate, what's up? All I'm doing here is I'm telling people, Google, anybody that visits this website, are probably looking at buying a home. So if I have anything regarding home furniture or new home, so all I just come here, I pull this out, I go back to Google. I'm trying to build an audience, right? I'm trying to build an audience to find who to target. So I put that URL here, I hit enter, reload. She's going to give me a different number. So this audience now are going to be it's 10 billion to 1 trillion. So this is quite a lot. So you can tell people in their 40, 34 to 45 that are looking to, so these people now are interested in something that obviously this is way too much. I can narrow it down again based on interest, right? I could layer this based on interest. So you will be, okay, let's say interest. If somebody is related to buying a home, they might be interested in look for occupation that are related to finances. Okay, who are interested in finance. And I can match them to both, so 1 billion to 5 billion. So that might reduce it for me. So probably it's telling me now that people that are looking at finances are younger people, demographics. And I can look at topics. So people that are looking at loans, accounts are all, maybe they're looking to start businesses online or something, invest in products. So this is how you target people. So it's not something, it's something you can learn if you want, if you're open to learning this sort of stuff. So I hope I cover that question a little bit more. Jaren, if you want to jump out and ask a question, feel free. Since you're the only one here, so I'm just going to dive into my question. I think I've got one more question to go through. Yeah, so if you don't have time, you have to figure out what are you going to do to create your time. So if you want to learn this whole stuff, you can sell anything. So like I shared with you, you can literally sell millions. And if you gain the skill, sky is the limit. And online business is just the future. So if you don't have any presence online, what are you doing? People, let's say for instance, I am building a YouTube channel now because there's an intention behind it. It's not literally just because there's an intention behind building that YouTube channel. Because Google can advertise on my channel and pay me money. So all my goal is to grow the subscribers and provide people with value and content and teach them what I'm doing online. They don't need to buy anything from me. So I grow an audience of maybe 5,000. I'm up to about 1,500 now. If I go up to like 10,000, Google can start paying me some remuneration for posting videos and sharing exactly what I'm learning. It could be that you find interest in logo design, you could photographer, anything that you have passion about, you can grow a YouTube channel and grow that audience, and Google starts advertising there. Then you and me, you're looking to get a job that is going to be paying you, I don't know, whatever it pays you. But my strategy is I'm building an audience so that Google pays me as well. But I'm doing what I love, talking, post video, that's it. I don't have to turn up to an office to answer anybody. There's no restriction. I just have to provide people with value and I get paid for it. And it's every month. And I can grow this. If I keep growing the audience, like from 10,000 to 20,000 to 50, you see people with millions and millions of subscribers. And I can one day create a course and teach and tell them to buy my course. I have a database of people already. If I'm selling that course for like, let's say $100, and I have over 1 million people as subscribers, maybe it takes me 5 years to do it, 10 years, and I have 1 million subscribers. So I sell that $100 course to them, maybe like 1,000 people buys that course. Let's say out of that 1 million, That's way too. I could get like, let's say 5,000. So that's like 500,000 on one program. Now, would that be able to pay off my mortgage for a house that I am trying to buy? Or which part would I, what options that have I got? I can use that and pay off any mortgage that I have. But if you're in a corporate way, and don't forget, I am doing what I love. Posting 1 or 2 videos every day, 1 video a day. How long does it take to post a video on YouTube? 10 minutes. I talk for 10, 15 minutes. It takes me about 3 extra 5 minutes to edit it and just put it on YouTube, and that's it, you're done. The video stays there and people go and watch it and learn from you. They become your friends. So I am building something for a different to solve a problem in my life. Then you go down the employee route and you're looking for a job, getting scared of being fired. You're only getting paid only 2,000, 3,000 every single month. What is your strategy? How can you grow? There's no room for you to grow. For you to grow, you have to get more education and more education. You run out of time. So it depends on your options. But if you decide to change the path and you commit to it, then you give yourself 10 years to build wealth. It's different. So if you're 40 now, 50, you could be a millionaire. But if you're 40 and if 10 years from now, you're still applying for jobs, and if they fire you when you're 50 because of one simple mistake, it's going to be very difficult for somebody to hire you. And you will be competing with people that just graduates that are willing to take on any job. The only thing you'll be counting on then is experience. And the experience you've got, so many other people have it. So you are always in the job market. So that's why entrepreneur is just a no-brainer. I would recommend you to go and read Rich Dad Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant, Employee and Self-Employed, Business Owner and Investor. So it's you about learning how to use money to work for yourself. These books are all out there. I will always say our problem is we will not read. And that's naturally a challenge that we do have. But I hope that you find some value out of it and stick to what, change your plan strategy in terms of time to create more time in your life. Because employment, you will get sucked into it. It's difficult to get out. I'll tell you now, commit 2 hours on a daily basis to grow something big that will take care of you and your family and your children later on in life. It's more like sowing and reaping. You can't change that path. You have to sow before we reap. It's a law. You put a seed in the soil, give it time, gestation period. If it's corn, 36 months to grow. So it's your corn to grow is that 3, 4, 5 years, no matter how long, depending on the kind of goal, audacious goal you set for yourself. You set that goal, you intentionally set that goal, and you allow yourself time to celebrate. Just like I am every day, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning $100,000 in a single month. That's a goal. I keep celebrating it every day, and guess what? There's no option. It's gonna happen. That's a goal. You celebrate it because your family, your children, it's like eradicating poverty. I don't know. That's my perception. So I encourage you to jump on this wagon and begin to think about future in a slightly different way. All right. Right. So we've got about 10 minutes more to go. So let me see if I can jump on one more question and see if Florence, I spoke to Florence. Pascal's 2-step verification gets in updated. Oh, there. And Mercy. This is the one that we are on, you know. Ananika. Right. Okay. Got one more question to jump. Jaren, you're muted. If you want to ask a question, you can feel free to do so now, or else I'll just jump into the last question and And we are off to the races. Lights. I'm not an expert. I just use try and play common sense and all this stuff. So right, Abraham says, thank you. Yeah, Abraham says, thank you. Okay, he's got another question here. Hi, thank you for your doing a good job. I appreciate you, my friend. I'm new in Canada and I do not speak English. Well, I do have the desire to learn it. Now, that's going to be a barrier for all of us. As immigrants, we always have this underlining feelings that yours is that you don't have English is not your first language. Mine is a lot. English is not my first language, is one of them. I am black is another one. And I used to see only white people on doing online business. So that frightened me that maybe nobody's going to listen to me. One, I can't speak good English on camera, but I could speak just like you can understand me now. I am black. That was playing on my mind. What would people? Two, I went to a very good primary school. So my schoolmates think I should be very successful. Now, what if they see me on YouTube and when I'm starting out, what would they say? So I had fear of criticism, what people would say about me, about talking about online business and what I'm doing. So I had a lot of shit to deal with. Excuse my English. I had a lot of baggage to deal with. So, but the truth is nobody really cares. Everybody's in their own world. And ever since then, if I hadn't crushed all these fears and taken action, I wouldn't have been here today. And nobody has ever said anything to me. So it was like a story playing in my mind. That's why they say fear is false evidence appearing real. It has not happened. Like most people think they will run out of money before they start, if they start online business. That's one of the major problems. And they don't start. And that was one of my, and I've never run out of money since I started, because God said, if I can feed the birds of the sky and the fishes in the ocean, how much more I created in my own image. So I feed on these words. I will never leave you nor forsake you. So when things get tough, I know that God is seeing my challenges. So God, see, I've done what you said I should do. I've done my bit here. I need some funds. And somehow, I want to be really honest with you guys. Somehow he performs miracle. So now I'm like, how trust and surrender and give myself to God and just do what I'm supposed to do to help people. Keep that, honor that statement that I made when I was down and out. Nobody was there. In the middle of the night, I was crying. So all I just need to keep up with it. And that's why I'm doing these webinars, to help as many people as possible. So it's down to you to embrace the path. So your path might be completely different from mine. So you just have to accept your own path and dive into it. Right, we got 5 minutes and we wrap this baby up. Jaren, you want to jump out? Anybody else? Let me see if I got somebody jumping out. Got one more question. Spoke to Florence. There, I know. Okay, let me see if I can get you on. Florence is from Spain. We talked earlier today. Right. It's always challenging when you've got kids and you're looking to build a business. I can tell you about it, but it's something, they are the reason I do everything I do. That's the way I look at it. They are the reason I do everything I do. So I wouldn't recommend pushing them to one side to build a business, because I've done that, it didn't work. It depends on how old they are. Everybody is different. I'm not gonna give you any advice on kids. I think everybody's got their own different wahala. All right. I thank you guys for joining up and posting your questions. I want to use this opportunity to thank you and God bless you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and you will be getting loads of content from me. I'm on a 30-day challenge, not just me, most of the guys in my team and group that I'm mentoring. I put everybody on a challenge. That's what gets results. If we don't know what we're doing every single day, there's no way we're going to build this YouTube channel. There's no way we're going to write this blog. There's no way we're going to write and build our website. There's no way we're going to sell products. We have to be accountable of what we're doing every single day in order to create the outcome we want in our lives. So yeah, there's no excuse for failing. We just have to take action. So it's very simple. I've given you my whole blueprint here. I wish you and your family all the best. Keep it simple. Don't complicate things for yourself. And keep it. If you have any questions, put it in the description. I will cover it. Royce, come. The webinar is over. You want to say, tell them, give them a shout out? I've got my champion here. So what are you going to say? What's your affirmation?
I am bold, I am smart, I am hard, I am loved, I am brave, I am strong, I am honest, I am helpful, I am the leader, I care for others, I am confident, I am a good boy, I'm respectful, I'm the fastest black guy, always try again, and I always do my best.
That's what I learned in online business. It's not like most people look to build businesses online. If you want to say something, Jaren, feel free to jump out. I learned this very, very late. I was building the business. I was pushing my family away. And I went to my mentor. He started talking to me about the importance of what I'm doing and how to train my child subconscious mind and how it works, how to bring children, train them in a different way from the way our parents trained us. So it's like praying. I say pray without ceasing. You heard him say that I am try again, and I always do my best. I'm trying to, that's just a way to train him to, if he fails, he gets back up, he tries again, because that's the way of life. If he doesn't understand it, that's something I didn't get from my dad, because my dad was literally working 17 hours like most of us are doing. Like Joy and these guys are talking about working. So you're working, you neglect your children. So your children comes and do the same thing that you're doing. They start working, they go to school, they fall into that trap that you fell into. So they say you catch them very young, and I'm very glad. These are the things I teach. It's not like it's rocket science. He did not learn this reciting this thing, and he's going to probably have to recite this till he is 17, because it has to be embedded in his subconscious mind that he's the best he is. He has to tell it himself. He has to say it himself to himself, because I am, that's the word, I am. It's a creative word. It's from the Bible. All these basic principles are in the Bible. So I encourage you, if you have kids, teach them what you're doing. Don't leave them behind. Don't make this mistake. When I get the money, I come and get them. It doesn't work like that. Most people fail. You get the money. When you come back, you won't have a family. Carry them along. That's what I learned. You can try the other one, but I've tried it. I nearly lost my family doing it. So it comes from, you will become what you think about. Carry them along. If you wake up, you do exercise. If I tell him now to come now, he will tell you the 5 things he does every morning. He knows what to do. It's just a simple, different way of training kids. Before, my excuse was I don't have time, just like these people are saying. But I had to ask myself, what's my priority? Which one is higher for me? Do I keep saying I don't have time and keep working for people, or do I take a step back and start building something for my children and do something different? And it doesn't take a lot. 2 hours commitment every day. The average guy you see on the street can't do it. That's where it's hard. That's why they say it's hard. But it's not literally hard. It's that simple. Commitment. But over the time, stranger secrets, if you do over a 30-day period, you will see a result. That result will motivate you to do another 30 days. and you see a bigger result. That result will motivate you to do another 30 days. If you do it 90 days 4 times, you will shift your paradigm, your income will increase. It's life-changing. That's what I'm taking these guys through. We started on the 1st of June. So we're gonna go 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 4 times, 4 square. But they don't know yet. That's the strategy. But I kept it simple so that the brain can assimilate it. Let's tell them every week. Let me show you what. Let me show you guys. Let me show you if anybody's on the screen. I just, this is what I do. I'm gonna show you my own goals for the, on my Facebook group that I'm talking about. So I posted my goal because it's you heard him there say, just gonna share this, share my screen so that you see it. It's very simple principle. It's not complicated. Newsletter, you may not know what this is. I do 7 times a week. 7 times a week. This is exercise. This is my YouTube video, 7 videos a week. This is, hey guys, it's just a quick update. Internet was a bit crappy, henceforth, that's the delay. I was supposed to post this yesterday, but I posted it today. I was supposed to build 3 pages on my website last week. I didn't do it, so I'm marked bad. I marked myself bad. I'm supposed to help my son do homework 3 times a week. I did 2 last week. It's bad. Then I have business where I partner with other people. We had a meeting, good. I help somebody that I don't expect money from every week. That's what this science for. Is aware of, you put something good in the world, so you don't know where your help is gonna come back from. It's a science thing. It's in the Bible. You just help somebody that you're not expecting anything back from that person, so that God will find ways to bless you multiple fold. So that's what this webinar is for. I do this just to help, give people in the world, post videos, do different things one-on-one. So this one is listen to podcast every 7 times a week. I do more than this. This is literally to change the paradigm. This is where majority of the work is done. It's to listen to, not really podcast, it's an audio book. Extremely secret. So I will teach you this thing. It's not complicated. If you're watching this, it's keep it simple. You will set your goal, pick what areas of your life that you want to change, and start doing it every day. Every week, just break it down to a week. Do a little bit of it, a little bit of it. This comes from the Bible quote. If your faith as small as a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. You just have this feeling that you need to increase your income. You need to spend more time with your children. Just start by one simple thing and do that over time. You will eventually do it. Good evening, guys, and I'll see you, Jerome, for next week. Take care. Bye-bye.